The story of Ruth is a story of loyalty, faith, and redemption. Ruth's journey shines as a light of hope. Ruth's life symbolizes the enduring power of loyalty and commitment to family. From loss and sorrow, God raised up a legacy that would lead to King David, and through his line to Jesus Christ. In the days when the judges ruled Israel, famine struck the land, and in Bethlehem of Judah lived a man named Elimelech, his wife Naomi, and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion. To escape the famine, they journeyed east to the land of Moab, a foreign nation. But in Moab, a tragedy struck. Elimelech suddenly died, leaving Naomi a widow with her 2 sons. And time came when Mahlon and Chilion took wives from the Moabites. Mahlon married Ruth, a beautiful, humble, yet resolute woman, while Chilion married a kind and affectionate woman, Orpah. For 10 years they lived in Moab, but tragedy struck again. Mahlon and Chilion both died, leaving Naomi and her daughters-in-law without husbands. 3 widows in a foreign land, helpless, vulnerable, and grieving. Then one day, Naomi heard that the famine in Judah had ended. The Lord had visited his people with bread. With nothing left in Moab, Naomi set her heart to return home to Bethlehem, as she told her daughters-in-law. Orpah and Ruth started the journey with Naomi, but Naomi urged them, "Go back to your mother's homes. May the Lord grant you rest with new husbands." She kissed them, and they wept aloud. Both women protested, "We will go with you." But Naomi pressed them, "I am too old to have another husband, and even if I could, would you wait for sons to grow? No, my daughters, my life is much too bitter." Orpah kissed Naomi goodbye and returned to Moab, but Ruth clung to her. Naomi said, "See, your sister-in-law has gone back. Go with her." But Ruth answered with words of covenant, "Do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from following you. Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried." When Naomi saw Ruth's determination, she stopped urging her. So together, the 2 widows journeyed to Bethlehem. It was the beginning of the barley harvest when Naomi and Ruth arrived. Their return stirred the whole town. "Can this be Naomi?" the women whispered. Naomi replied with sorrow, "Do not call me Naomi, pleasant. Call me Mara, bitter, for the Lord has dealt bitterly with me. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty." To provide for Naomi, Ruth went to glean in the fields, collecting leftover grain behind the harvesters. By providence, she found herself in the field of a man named Boaz, a relative of Elimelech. Boaz arrived from Bethlehem and greeted his workers. "The Lord be with you." And upon seeing Ruth, he asked his foreman, "Whose young woman is this?" The foreman replied, "She is the Moabite who returned with Naomi. She has worked steadily from morning until now, except for a short rest." Boaz went to Ruth and said, "Listen, my daughter, do not glean in another field. Stay close to my servant girls. I have told the men not to touch you. When you are thirsty, drink from the jars they have filled." Ruth bowed low. "Why have I found favor, since I am a foreigner?" Boaz replied, "I have been told of all you have done for your mother-in-law since your husband's death. May the Lord reward you richly, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." At mealtime, Boaz invited Ruth. "Come, eat some bread and dip it in the vinegar." She sat with the harvesters. ate her fill, and kept some back for Naomi. Boaz ordered his men, "Even pull out stalks for her from the bundles, and leave them for her to gather. Do not rebuke her." Ruth gleaned until evening, beating out an ephah of barley. Ruth returned to Naomi, who marvelled at the harvest. "Where did you glean today?" "Blessed be the man who took notice of you," Ruth said. "The man's name is Boaz." Naomi exclaimed, "The Lord bless him. This man is our relative, one of our kinsman-redeemers." And so through the harvest season, Ruth gleaned in Boaz's fields, living faithfully with Naomi. The other day Naomi said, "My daughter, should I not seek rest for you, that it may be well with you? For Boaz is winnowing barley tonight. Wash, anoint yourself, put on your best cloak, and go down to the threshing floor," Naomi instructed. "When he lies down, note the place, uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do." Ruth answered, "All that you say, I will do." That night, Boaz ate, drank, and lay down beside the grain pile. Ruth approached quietly, uncovered his feet, and lay there. Then at midnight, Boaz, startled by the sight as he awoke, said, "Who are you?" Ruth answered, "I am Ruth, your servant. Spread your garment over me, for you are a redeemer." Boaz replied, "The Lord bless you. You have shown greater kindness now than before, not running after younger men. Do not fear, I will do all you ask. But there is another redeemer nearer than I. If he will redeem you, good. If not, I surely will." And before dawn, Boaz sent Ruth home with 6 measures of barley, saying, "Do not go back to your mother-in-law empty-handed." So Boaz set off in the morning and went to the town gate, where legal matters were settled. When the nearer kinsmen came by, Boaz explained, "Naomi is selling land that belonged to our brother Elimelech. Will you redeem it?" The man replied, "I will redeem it." But Boaz added, "On the day you buy the land, you also acquire Ruth the Moabite, to maintain the name of the dead." But the man declined, fearing it would endanger his own estate. And so before the elders, Boaz declared, "You are witnesses that I have bought all that belonged to Elimelech, Mahlon, and Chilion, and I also take Ruth the Moabite as my wife, to perpetuate the name of the dead." All the people blessed them. "May the Lord make Ruth like Rachel and Leah, who built up the house of Israel." And so Ruth bore a son, Obed, father of Jesse, father of King David. A grateful Naomi cared for the child, and the women said, "Naomi has a son." Thus, the Moabite woman who clung to Naomi became great-grandmother of David, and through David's line, an ancestor of Jesus Christ, in Matthew chapter 1, verse 5. Ruth's story doesn't end in obscurity, but in legacy, woven into God's eternal plan of redemption.